And we fresh off the clock. You know, we had a lot going on today. So in case you don't know, I do government contracts. I'm an accountant, and right now we are on a construction contract with the government. And you know, things have been busy. You know, I'm actually headed to go. We just got off the clock, so I'm headed to get some stuff from the grocery store because the guy's gonna cook. And you know, we out here. What's poppin', John? What's poppin', bro? Yes, sir. You see me? You know. Now, I mainly still do the paperwork stuff. I still don't really do like the actual construction, you know, stuff. Like, well, now don't get me wrong, I have been out there to help put up some things, but that's not really what I do. That's not really what I do. But to even be on the site, you still have to have a hard hat and safety goggles and gloves and the right colors. You still got to do that, right? So, you know, I'm out here grinding, still trying to high shine, you feel me? But just to facilitate anything out there, you still can't be on the site without the proper equipment. So yes, I'm an accountant, and everybody knows. They make jokes about the fact that I don't look like I deserve to be, I'm supposed to be out there. But it's true, I don't. But we made a lot of progress today, and things went well. And you know, we're also anticipating payment soon, you know. Yes, sir. John said, I see you, big dog. Hold on, I'm trying to drive and read. Man, I'm getting you say you getting back quotes from subcontractors, and it's getting overwhelming, laugh out loud. But this is potential monthly income coming. I gotta grind for sure. Can't wait to get divorced. That's an interesting name. Says these solicitations. I'm going learning for sure. That's what's up. Yeah, man. So we out here, we grinding. You know, everything is going lovely, and I just did a video that said I don't really want to do no more construction contracts, but I had a feeling that as soon as I said that I didn't want to do no more construction contracts, by the time we get to the end of this video, to the end of this contract, I'm gonna be an expert. I mean, we as the team is gonna be experts, but me specifically, I'm gonna be an expert on my side of things, like not necessarily on the actual work itself, but just understanding what it takes to do something, and maybe how to price things and things like that. I'm gonna be an expert, and I'm also gonna have history of doing a certain type of contract. So, you know, I just feel like it won't be such a big deal once we get to where we're going. But this is the thing. As soon as I said, I don't want to do no more government contracts, construction government contracts, because I love government contracts. But I'm like, I can make money easier by not doing construction contracts. As soon as I said that, a potential $1 million contract called my phone and said, hey, I know how you feel about doing this type of government contract or whatever, this being in this particular field, but there's a potential for you to make your team to get $1 million contract. And how could I turn that down? How could I turn that down? You know, and like, hey, I know what you're doing. I seen it. You know, there's a potential contract that I would like for you to consider, and I'm gonna send you the paperwork on it. And here's the paperwork, and you need to let me know if it's something you'd be interested in. At least you can look at a part of it, get a couple $100,000 from that, or you can go after the whole thing. And it's already, I think, kind of like given to someone, and they would subcontract the work to me, because, you know, I know them. You already work with them, stuff like that. So that's where we at with that. And as soon as I said I ain't want to do no more government contracts and I'm gonna be an expert, by the time this is over with, they called me and said, hey, I got a potential for $1 million contract that could be slid your way, $1 million on your end, on my company end, on the sub. And so got a potential that you can get that. It's up to you, but if you want it, then there you go. And I was like, man, and guess what else they said? They said, you know, I know how you feel about it, but you guys are killing right now. And by the time you get done with this, you're going to be an expert in this field. And I said, you know, I literally just said that in a video. How I didn't want to do it. And then $1 million called my phone. Of course I'm going to answer. Of course I'm going to answer. So, you know, but it's definitely something to consider. I was also working on my 8A certification. It had came back. I had submitted my application and came back asking, I think it was like my tax returns. I had got the transcript, if you can remember your information, and I had basically just pulled my transcripts from the IRS website, and they were like, so my 8A application kicked it back, because I think you got to have 5 years of tax returns, and so it kicked it back saying that, what did it say? It said that it wanted not the tax return transcript, but they actually wanted the actual tax return itself. So I actually had to go and pay H&R Block $100 to pull my tax returns, because they do like $25 per tax return, and I had one already. So yeah, so that was that. Let me see. Yeah. All right, hold on. I'm trying to catch up with all y'all saying. All right. Can't wait to get divorced says, oh, my bad. I got to go back further. Mr. and Mrs. Silver Fox Forex says, blessings, my brother. Government contracting, is it? Yes, sir. Southern Comfort says, casino. That's right. We out here. You see me? You see me? Yeah. Can't wait to get divorced says, casino, at least they're calling you. Yeah, man, you know, that's government contracting is a big networking kind of thing. Tone all day say, what's up, casino? What's poppin', bro? Everything by John says, wow, bro, I was just saying, damn, I don't want to deal with construction contracts if they come with that many headaches, but now the phone jumping. Yeah, that's facts. It's facts. I'm gonna answer. I gotta answer. And so it's so much potential. It's so much potential. You gotta think, like, you got federal buildings, you got county stuff, like school systems. You got like high schools that need work done. You got the city hall might need, I don't, carpet put down or painted, or it's so many different types of things that can happen. And there's a very limited group of people who would even be in the runnings for like trying to get one of those kind of contracts. I'm trying to find out how to get to the grocery store. That's why I'm around trying to see what I'm doing. 'Cause it's not my city, trying to figure it out. Okay. Let me see who. Let me turn right here and I'm gonna answer your question. Let me make this turn and I'm gonna answer your question. All right. So. Okay. So what's this? TJ 6 times 9 says, why don't you want to do construction contracts? Okay, I'm gonna answer that. Congratulations. I'm working on my stuff now. That's what's up. So okay. So I said that I didn't want to do construction contracts because specifically for the government, because it comes with a lot of red tape, because it's the government. Makes sense, right? And also it's not what my strength is. It's not something that I'm familiar with. I haven't done construction, in this way. Like this is major construction. I'm talking like cranes and all kind of stuff. You know, you can see the money when when you're doing this kind of construction. You can see it like, oh yeah, it's got to be some money in this because this is serious. But it comes with like, you know, even just like, okay, let's say you're doing some construction work and somebody wants you to work on a HUD house, right? So some HUD homes, that's a government contract still. So maybe that's still a bad example because I'm trying to give you an example of like non-government stuff. Let's say you want to get a new kitchen at your house and I got a company that can put your kitchen in. So I'm gonna go get my guys who can do your kitchen. You know, there's no screening. Okay, sorry about that. My joint was tripping. Okay, so I don't know where I left off. Okay, so, but if you need a kitchen, then my guys can come put your kitchen in. I mean, I find some guys in the area who can come put your kitchen in. You're not gonna be asking me what their background is, like where they from. You know, you just want your kitchen done. The government is going to screen everybody depending on where you got to go. Maybe if you're doing HUD homes, they're not really checking to see who a person is or whatever. But it's just that you have all these different levels of difficulty. But it is major construction, so it makes sense. But if you're working on a regular site like a hospital or something, and when you hire some guys to come do some work, they probably don't have to go through background checks to work on an empty facility that's already in Atlanta and just outside somewhere, right? But if you gotta get access to a government building, like you gotta, like the previous job we was on, everybody had to go through a background check, and it was just to like sanitize a building, you know? Somebody finna be wiping a desk down, and we got to run them through a background check because the desk they might be wiping down might be an important person. So, you know, it's all of that, you know, kind of bureaucracy that you got to deal with just dealing with government contracts in general, but especially for construction stuff, it's a lot more difficult to find and acquire the right talent when you got to go through all of that red tape, because they would rather not go through all of that. Like anybody, but it's a lot easier to find people who just want to sit at a desk. But even then, you still got to find people who might be qualified to do that. But that's just like one level. It's so many things. It's so many things. And so just dealing with the government in this space, yes, the money is crazy. The money is crazy. The money is crazy. You see me. You know the money crazy. Look at me. All right? The money crazy. So the money is crazy, but you know, with having to learn a new skill set or a new space that I'm not familiar with, it's like, you know what, I would rather not do this, because it's literally a whole nother world, a whole nother language that I ain't familiar, that I was not familiar with, that I'm becoming familiar with, you know. But like anybody on here, can y'all tell me what a takeoff is? Do you know what a takeoff is? I didn't know what a takeoff was. Now I do. But there's so many things. It's not like anything else to me. It's not like anything else. Like a lot of business type of, like other types of businesses, they could be, you might call it something different. I call it this. I call it an SOP. You call it, I don't know what you call it, but you know, but these things are still kind of the same thing. In construction, it's a whole nother world. It's not the same thing. Kind of like, I want to say kind of like getting into trucking, you know? You get into trucking, there's all these different terms, you got to learn trucking, cool. Construction is a way, way different animal. And, you know, but at the same time, once you start doing stuff and you start experiencing things, I just need you to explain it to me what the big deal is, like about whatever we need to be doing. And then it's like, okay, I can use, like, I got that. I use that moving forward. But it's just all of these different things that is why it was like, all right, you know what? I can make money very easy without having to deal with all of this. Instead I'm doing construction, and I'm not a construction person, right? This is not, I don't like being hot and sweaty, all right? But for the right money, I'm here, you know? And, but it's an amazing opportunity. it's like, it's just kind of like one of those things where you can actually just be a construction government contract construction person, right? Like, you can build your whole future off of just construction. You don't have to do anything else. And that's another thing. People think that I'm kind of like a person who's just going to do all sorts of like one type of government contract. I'm not in it to do one type of government contract. I'm willing to do whatever they, if they got it, they cutting the right check. I'll do IT, I'll do construction. Apparently, even though I just said I wasn't going to do it, I'll do it. If the money's right, I'll do litter pickup. I don't care what it is, as long as the money is right and I can pay my people to a decent amount of money and I don't have to deal with too much crazy stuff. I do that. And matter of fact, I probably don't mind dealing with a lot of crazy stuff if the money's right. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I'm not one of them people who like, nah, I don't want to deal with nothing because it's gonna be stressful. I'll deal with the stress. You pay me $80 million, stress me out, okay? Stress me out. Stress me out, all right? Like, I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping. But that's my personality. Everybody ain't like that, I get it. But when it comes to this construction thing, with me just knowing, oh man, I can make money easier. I don't have to wait on other money. I don't have to do this. I don't have to wait as long. I don't have to wait for this. I don't have to wait for that. I don't have to get inspected at every turn. I don't have to do this, do that. And even something with just having the wrong kind of screw can screw you. Like it's, trust me, I think that we've changed screws multiple times. And if you got to change a screw, I mean, you got to undo everything you did. So think about it. And it's just a screw. Like, you know what, we think you should use a different screw. That screw might cause a problem. So we want us to undo. All right, we'll go get some more screws. Okay. But they're working. But just potential. Let's just use a different screw. All right, let's go change everything. Let's go undo everything. The screws. But that's what comes with it. That's what comes with it. But yeah. So let me see what else you guys are saying. Hold on. You know what? I'm gonna have to park because. I don't even know. I can't even keep up with all of this. But yeah, man, we outside, man. We outside. Literally outside, for real. Like, no pun intended. We really outside. This is where we work. I mean, I don't so much. I go out there sometimes. But, we just got the scaffold today. We had 2 scaffolds today. Put my gloves back on. You know what I'm saying? It made me feel more official. You know what I mean? But I can't really move the comment thing. All right, let me see what you guys are saying. All right. Okay. And the Toyn Rucker says he working on his stuff right now. That's what's up, bro. Everything by John. Responded to can't wait to get divorced and said, yes, sir. It's a lot to learn and go through, for sure. It is definitely that. Okay. Everything by John says, so would you still do more construction contracts with all the headaches? Yeah. They pay me enough, yeah. Southern Comfort said, how much will you keep for yourself if that's not too personal? For which contract? For which contract, For which contract, because it's different. It's all different. All right, so I don't mind. Okay, so this contract that we on right now, I was supposed to get like $15,000 a month from it. It was expected to be a 2-month job, 2 to 3 month job. So it was either gonna be $15,000 a month or $10,000 a month. So if it went 3 months, then that basically 30,000 was gonna be my profit from this job. And I'm a sub, so I am more so just managing the contract. I'm not, even though yes, I'm partly running it and stuff like that. Well, I guess that's what managing is, but it's not really, it's not really sub to me, it's sub to somebody else who I'm partnered with, and then I come in to manage and hold things down with, you know, financially and things like that until the money starts to come in, and then I also get, you know, my 30K separate. So I don't mind saying that. And I try to stay around on contracts, any kind of contract work. It's really difficult to say this, but if I'm because if it's a small contract, that's one thing. But if it's like me coming in to like do some real work, or if I'm required to be somewhere, I try to be around 25,000 a month for me. You know, that's what I try to be around, is 25,000. It's like, if you want me to come on a contract, and if it's 2 months, I want 50,000 for those 2 months from my CEO price, because I'm not regular. You know what I mean? So, but you know, this is somebody I was partnered with. You know what I'm saying? And really, really want to see him do well and flourish and all of that. So I was like, look, bro, I got you. He tried to pay me more even. He was like, hey, you know, take 45. Like, nah, even if I got 10K from this a month, it's still 10K. It's still a win. This is not my only contract. I'm actually waiting on a payment from a contract that we just did on something else. But yes. So I took a cut, a pay cut from my usual, and I'm not getting paid fast, right? So yeah, that's a thing on its own. But yeah, and then got to deal with the headaches. And so now I'm just forced to be more focused on the business at hand. I wasn't thinking I was going to be super involved like down here, but it is what it is. So I'm super involved now. They have my full attention. All right, because I'm ready to get this done so I can move on to other things. But yeah, but if you're talking about the other contract, that potential $1 million contract, I don't know what my take would be, because I haven't figured out what it's going to take, what the cost is to actually do the job, you know? So hold on, let me see what else is going on. Okay, hold on. All right. Okay. Real J Rock 816 says, how much would it cost me to get into your government contracting network? So it's crazy, because like I am working on JT Hustles, JT Automations. I don't know if y'all know who that is, but it's my dog. Go follow him if you don't know who it is. JT has me building a mentor program right now, and in that mentor program, you will be introduced to my network of people, and potentially, hopefully, get you some contracts out of association. You know, there's a lot of stuff. So hopefully you can get a contract, you can get going, doing something, getting your feet wet, meet the people. And so this contract is actually a result of a previous contract we were on, and we met people there, and then, you know, those people, those relationships grow into new relationships, and now we on a, you know, contract where, you know, here we are. All right, so let's see where we at. Okay. But I don't know how much that program is going to be right now. I have a potential number to do that, but I wanted to do a mentor program versus, say, a course and stuff, because don't get me wrong, I have a checklist. I have a checklist that teaches you how to bid. But you know, it's on this channel. It's called Rich Off GovCon. It's like probably a link in the description below. And if it's not in this video now, it'll be in there later, but it's definitely in my other videos. But I know that just hearing, hey, go bid on the contract, hey, do this, hey, do that, it doesn't carry over well. People still don't know what to do, right? So that's why I want to do a mentor program, because there's a whole mindset you got to go through. You got to change your whole mindset to get to certain places, you got to go through a whole mindset change, motivation. It's a lot that you know. And so I want to, yes, introduce people, tell people about it, whatever, but I also want to motivate you to go out there and get some money, motivate you to do this. I got to put you on a structure, because if not, you get a book, you'll take a course, and with no action, what you think, well, I took action, I bought a course. That is an action. I bought a course. That's great. I'm not saying don't do the course. I just know I want more myself. Like, I know people who make the courses, and I still be like, hey man, come over here and show me what you're doing, because I see this. I see it. Yes, I see you making money, but I need to walk through a scenario with you. I need to follow you. Like, you guys should be down here with me with gloves on and hard hats, and seeing what paperwork I got to turn in, seeing what I got to deal with, seeing what kind of insurance I got to have, all of that kind of stuff. You need to see this. You need to see how employees act. You need to see how other prime contractors act. You need to see, how they pay. You need to see this. And the only way to see this, to me, well, I could tell you, but I think it's a much better when you have firsthand experience. That's why I want to do the mentor program. And so it's going to be a 12-month program, and we're going to go through stages, but twice a year you're going to be required to come spend 2 days with me twice a year, so like total 4 days, 2 days twice a year with me, where I'm actually out doing stuff, taking calls, in meetings, turning in documents, explaining, and also, of course, like, I think, call every week. I'll call every week, going over stuff, have parameters, what you need to be doing, all that. But also introducing you to my clique, my circle, or whatever, my network. And so, yeah, there you go. All right, let's see what else is being said, because I don't even know what's being said. Yeah. Hold on, where we at? Hold on, y'all. All right. Okay. So what's the best type? So Tija69 says, so what's the best type of government contracts you would recommend for someone who has no experience? Me, myself, I'm a nurse. I don't really see anything in anything nursing related. So contracts is not really like that. There are some. There are definitely some contracts that's like that, because you probably could, like, just for an example, you could probably just get a contract to travel nurse at the VA. That's technically a government contract. You could do that. Like, it's technically a government contract. But if you're just talking about what's easy to do, it's gonna be depending on the person. Like, for instance, if you were somebody who was a truck driver and you got a government contract to drive trucks, that might be easy for you, but that may not be easy for somebody else. So I hear so many phone calls right now, but that may not be easy for somebody else. So you have, easy is gonna just depend on the person, because anything can be complicated. Trust me, wiping down office furniture can become a daunting task. We had people telling us the proper way to wipe down a desk, like how they, from back to front, we've seen so many things. I've seen so many things, but somebody else might like, I like working with my hands. Somebody else might want to do accounting budgets for the government or something like that. So it's just kind of depending on you and your comfort zone. It's really difficult. It's like if you knew stuff about, say, construction, which I don't, then this might be simple. Like, oh man, I already know that. Like, oh man, I this is a breeze. For me, I'm like, what? We gotta have what? How big of a spacer? Like, I don't know this. Okay, so everything my John said, man, bro, I remember we talked about real estate and so many different other businesses, but This GovCon world is different. Fast wealth to millions, bro, for sure. That's a fact. The tone. Am I saying this right? The Toin. I'm probably messing this up. I know it's not right. Like it's kind of like Antoine, but D-Toin. Okay, I don't know if that's right. D-Toin Rucker says construction is a different world. That's a fact. He also says you can just joint venture with a big company, correct? Yeah. Bernard said, bro, funny as hell. Tone all day said, what's up with the mentorships, bro? They coming, bro. I was supposed to be working on that, but they got me down here with a glove on right now. So that's what I was supposed to be working on, man. I thought I was gonna have more time to be focusing on that, doing more videos and preparing the mentor program, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm getting quotes back on portable toilet rentals. It's crazy. Moving jobs, landscaping, etc. I do anything. Yes, sir. Let's get it. You can make good money with residential versus commercial. You can make good money with residential versus commercial. I'm not sure you're making a statement or a question, but yeah, I mean, I think that the money is probably, they always say one big commercial job can make you, can make you rich, like can set your life up. Like one major construction job, one major commercial job can do that. But it's rare that you'd get a residential job that would ever make you that kind of, wealthy. How can I play the middleman? I know guys with 20 plus dump trucks and construction equipment. Oh man, that's all you. Yeah, that's all you got to do is find a job, like find work, and subcontract that work to them. Even if somebody comes to you, let's say maybe a prime, maybe a major construction company, but they got to outsource some of their work to a small business. You've been a small business, small minority-owned business, whatever. You link up with the right people or get in the right system. They outsource. They say, hey, can you handle this job? Because we got to give a portion of this job to somebody. And you say, shoot, yeah. So then you say, okay, you find out how much. Well, you send it to your people and say, hey, how much would y'all do this job for? They said, we'll do the job for this much. Then you take that and you put a couple dollars on top of that. And then you say, shoot, I could do the job for this. And if they accept your offer, then you subcontract the work to them. And, and then well, then they'll be me because I'm out here on the ground. But that's basically what this situation is now. The person who subcontracted this to me, they ain't been out here yet. So I don't, okay, Detoin, I don't know if I'm saying this right. I don't know if I'm saying this right. But Mr. Rucker says, how can I sign up for your course? So I don't technically have a course yet. And I'm probably not going to do a course. I'm probably going to do a mentor program. And the mentor program is not completed yet because I'm doing this. I would have probably had something going already, but it's not completed yet. With 8A, are you doing everything and did you hire a third party? So I did everything with my 8A. I did everything. I don't want to say it's not rocket science, but I want to make it seem like anybody can do it, but I'm sure somebody might struggle. And even I had my little hiccups, but it was mainly like, oh, we want a different kind of document. Or can you upload an operating agreement? I had to upload an operating agreement. And I don't know if y'all know how ridiculous that is, but it's ridiculous. I'm a single member LLC, meaning that I'm the only person, CEO, president, I'm everything. Ain't nobody else who owns this company but me. I'm a single member LLC, and I had to do an operating agreement with my own company. But that's what they asked for. So I created an operating agreement. Like it made more sense to me if it was like like a board or was multiple owners or whatever. You have an operating agreement, blah, blah. But it is what it is. So I did it. I had to do an agreement with myself. All right. So, but I'm still waiting on that 8A. But I did upload everything, and then once it came out kind of quick, like, because I uploaded everything, and I don't know if it was 2 weeks or a week or 3 weeks or whatever it was, but I wasn't expecting anything back from them for a minute. And a guy hit me up and was like, "Hey, you need this, this, and this." It sent me a list of like 5 or 6 things, different items that they wanted. It was just documents and stuff. And so I was just like, all right, cool. So I did that, and the guy was like, so there's a messenger on there, which I didn't know. Okay, you can actually message them and say, "Hey, what about this? What about this?" So, man, this guy was having a whole conversation. So I'm talking to the 8A people. "Hey, what about this?" Oh, he just like, "Oh, just do this." "What about this?" "Oh, just upload it here." "Well, it ain't no place for me to upload it." "Oh, put it here." I was like, damn, I'm actually talking to, because I didn't think I was gonna be able to have access to them like that, because they'd be funny, different kind of things be funny acting, especially with this being the 8A. Okay, said Detone Rucker says, drop JT info in the box, please. Let me see. JT, how I do this? I'm trying to see how I don't know how to comment on here. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna use my other phone. Use my other phone real quick, like, you feel me? Hold on, let me catch up the way y'all at, cause I gotta make sure that this phone turned all the way down, which it wasn't. And I'm gonna put JT information in here. All right, let me keep reading though while I'm trying to put JT information in here. JT. Let me see if I wonder if I can @ him. Let's see. This probably is not gonna work. I just want to see. There it is, JT Automations. All right. So, okay, let's see what else we're talking. What else going on? All right. Okay. When will the program be up? You know what? I'm trying to get it up as soon as possible, but it's probably at least another month or 2 before I can do anything. Casino cannot ride along with you one day. That's gonna be in the mentor program, my boy. I'm gonna enjoy the 30 minutes outside of Atlanta. That's gonna be in the, you feel me? That's gonna be in the program. Boom. We landed another contract. BJ said, boom, we just landed another contract. Yes, sir. So he landed another contract today. See you at the top, you feel? I'm a little lit right now. I'm turned up. All right. What was it for, BJ? That's what Can't Wait to Get Divorced said. BJ said heavy equipment. Okay. Tony, okay. BJ, are you going, BJ, or Can't Wait to Get Divorced says, BJ, are you going to, I guess, use subs? Dang, Tony said he could send a crew now. Okay. Okay. BJ, are you going to use subs? Have you done a meetup in Macon / Warner Robins? Still Rocks 33 says that. I might have missed it. I'm out in Byron in between. Nah, I haven't done a meetup down there. We'll buy from the supplier. We just said we'll buy from the supplier and have it shipped directly to the government. The agency is USDA. That's dope. Shout out to BJ winning these government contracts. Shout out. Okay, everything by John say, what's your goal with government contracts by the end of the year, bro? So, my goal for the year was to do 1 million in contracts this year, which we have on the books. What then we have like about 1.1 on the books. Like we haven't made like, well, so that's why it's funny, because it's like the contracts total might be 1 million. Your profit might not be what, 200,000-300,000 or something. Like, so it just depends. It just depends on what your setup is, like, or how much you stand to profit. When we was at the building, my profit margin was crazy high. Out here, I'm really just, kind of a superintendent in a way. It's not my contract. Excuse me. It's not my contract. So, but I'm, just trying to make sure my guys get straight. Okay, but I want to do 1 million in contracts this year, and then next year I want to do. I don't want to say 2 million, but I might need to actually adjust my goal for the year. I might need to try to do maybe 2 million this year. But my goal is really like a 5-year goal. I wanted to do 5 million in 5 years. I set out trying to do that goal, but then I started having ideas for new goals, especially when I met like Tim Mercer. Did y'all watch the video I did with Tim Mercer? That's what y'all, if y'all haven't seen that, you got to go watch that. But it's 5 parts to that video, but then I actually uploaded the full video. But Tim Mercer, sitting down with Tim Mercer, Sheena, them, it's like, so Sheenapreneur, she has a great course. But, I learned almost everything from Sheena that, in the world that I'm in kind of now, like as far as getting all the way in. My sister as well, I learned a ton of things from my sister, but because my sister's a lawyer and she also she's a grant writer. She trained by the government to do government contracts for the government. Like, she would have been the person who was making sure that the verbiage was right in the contract, to the contractor. So she knows government contracts through and through. She has an LLM in government contracts and fiscal law. Sheena making millions every year. And then Tim Mercer, you gotta watch that video. Watch that video and watch the videos I did with Sheena. Tim Mercer made 75 million in 7 years or something like that. So hearing those kind of numbers make it be like, look, I'm shooting for 5 million. We accidentally got 1 million on the books. I wasn't planning on doing them because we started kind of like towards the middle of last year, and then just small stuff. And then it was like, okay, this year I was gonna be like, okay, let's try to do like 500,000, and then next year do like an M. But that shit kind of went crazy because we kind of like we try to pass that now, So, but with construction, so like the contract is really like 845,000, but 500,000 of it is like materials and shit. So it is what it is. But yeah, on your jacket though, you can say, oh yeah, that was 800,000 contract we did. So, all right. So, how do you fund millions-dollar deals? Do you use third parties for funding? No, I made so much money on the first contract. I was funding this one out of the profit from the other contract, because I'm also really good with not going too crazy on my end spending money. But Brandon Hill said, what's up, Casino? I have a construction business that specializes in concrete out of Washington State. Yo, it's plenty of work for concrete. Plenty of work. I'm actually trying to start building a little concrete side situation to do this specific kind of thing. I don't want to talk about it right now because I want people to take my, I want people to take my sweat, you feel me? Everything about John say, man, Tim Mercer go crazy with it. So, everything about John said, bro, your sister's the first, is the one that first told me how to get registered in SAM, LOL. Salute to her for sure. That's crazy. We learn from the same people, you feel? So, Tony says, I'm working on my DBE and other certificate right now. Yeah, man, let's get it. Man, listen, the sky is not the limit no more. We can get all this money. You can get rocket ship money. It's contracts to get rocket ships, to do rocket stuff, like to work on NASA projects. The sky is no longer the limit. All right? They got a Space Force. But get you some of this Space Force money. Better do like Isaac Barnes. If y'all don't know who Isaac Barnes is, This black dude, 39 years old, his company got awarded a $13.4 billion contract with the Space Force and the Air Force for IT services, cybersecurity and stuff, whatever he do. He's an IT person. I don't know exactly what he do, but he's IT. 13.4 billion. What's crazy about that is he has already done $13 billion or been awarded $13 billion in contracts previously. So that's $26.4 billion. Okay? 1% of $1 billion is 10 million. Okay? If he profited 1% of 26.4 billion, that'll be $264 million if he profited 1%. We're not even talking about 10% profit margin, 5% profit margin. If he profited 1%, that's crazy. That's crazy. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. We're looking at rappers and entertainers. All right? I don't know what we be thinking. I don't know what people be thinking. But anyway, I got to get up over here. Zoe says, I need to look into this. When I was in the Air Force, I seen people washing KC-135 for $100,000 and more just for a couple of weekends a month. Crazy money in aviation. Have you seen Jason White on EYL about government contracting? Yes, well, I know the name. I'm familiar with who he is. Yes. And I don't know if that was on EYL. I think he's done several interviews, but I'm familiar with Jason White. I don't know him personally. I like how he motivates people into the space, but I don't know what he teaches per se. Tony said, I seen that homie is Lord. I seen that homie is Lord for sure. BJ says, preach. But yeah, about to get up off of here. Got to go in here to Walmart and get some supplies to cook with tonight. They cooking tonight. I'm just getting the supplies. All right, so anyway, I feel like it was something else that I wanted to say. I don't know, but follow me on Instagram at King Casino and the #1. Okay, put that in the chat. Put that in the chat. Follow me on Instagram. Blow your boy up, man. We're trying to get 100,000 subscribers on this channel. And I know we're a long way away. It's almost embarrassing how far we are away from that. But that's my new goal for the channel. Okay? King Casino 1. On Instagram, there it is. Just dropped it. I'll let your boy. You fit? Alright, hold on. Let me catch these last couple ones. Salute to you for making inspiring content. No problem, bro, for sure. I just got my 100% now focused. Yeah, I gotta get mine. I'm at 80%. I'm trying to get my 100. Tony said, thank you, bro. No problem, man. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all. Mike Rodriguez says, what's up, King Hippo? Not really sure what that not really sure what that means, but what's poppin'? Regardless. Salute, brother. Yes, sir. And you know, once all of this is said and done, you know, I'm probably gonna have a casino as a name coming tonight, you know, and start working on some jokes and stuff. You know, I'm gonna get out there and get on stage. I'm joking. That's a joke in itself. I'm not gonna do that. All right. Anyway, right now you watching Casino as a Name. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we out. Let's get it.